Hi friends, it's Nancy from Embroidery It at embroideryit.com, and today we are going to make these cute little layered cookie mix jars, and then we're going to decorate it with a sweet embroidery design just in time for Easter. Welcome to Embroidery It. This is my version of the cowboy cookie where I have replaced chocolate chips with these cute little pastel M&Ms, just perfect for Easter. Let me go through the list of ingredients, and the order is the way we put them in the jar to create the nice layers. So first we have 1.25 cups of oats. We have 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt. Then we've got 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, 1 cup of M&Ms, 1/2 cup of packed light brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of just regular granulated sugar. So that's the order that we'll be putting things into the jar. You want to use a wide mouth jar. This is a quart size. You can get narrow mouth jars, so pay attention on the package when you're choosing your jars that you get a wide mouth jar. It just makes things easier to go in and out of the jar. Your jar is going to have a ring, and it's also going to have a seal. Now, if you have a canning funnel, use it. It's really handy for filling your jar. It just makes things so much easier. And by the way, friends, get your kids and grandkids involved in this. They would think this is a lot of fun to make gifts that they could give their teachers and their friends as well. So we start with the oats, and these are quick cooking oats. We're gonna try not to make too big of a mess here. We'll start by layering the oats. Next is the flour. You can see why a canning jar funnel is a helpful thing, or you could even use a spoon. Next, we'll put in, this is our baking soda and our baking powder. I think I said those backwards. Our baking powder and our baking soda and our salt. Now, let's kind of even things out just a little bit there. So we've got some nice layers going. Next is our 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. We're going to kind of get those evened out. And at this point now you can even take your hand and you can kind of compact it and press it down. Yes, I've washed my hands, friends. The next is our cup of M&Ms. Okay. Once again, we'll kind of press this down just a little. Next, we have our 1/2 cup of brown sugar. This we're definitely going to pack in here. Okay, and the final thing we're going to do is we're going to top this with as much of the granulated sugar as will fit in the jar. not to spill here, but it's not going, the whole half cup is not going to quite fit in here. We might get lucky. It's close, friends. Or maybe a tablespoon shy. That's okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is put the seal on, and we're going to decorate this cute. Let me clean up my space here, and I'll be right back with you, and we'll decorate this with a real sweet embroidery design. Okay friends, I've got this packed in here as much as I could. Now I will tell you, if I'd have packed a little harder at the beginning, we'd have gotten all that sugar in, which I really should have done, but to be minus a tablespoon of sugar is not going to hurt anything. I've got the lid, the seal, and I have my Embroidery It Easter Mason jar. Whoops, got it upside down for you. Easter Mason jar design. And this is a full alphabet, so you can personalize it to who you're doing the gift giving for. What you want to do, this is just a piece of cotton fabric, and first I did the embroidery on it. The embroidery fits in your 4x4 hoop. And then once I did the embroidery, I cut out a 5.5 inch circle with the pinking shears around the edge. So we're going to center this over the lid, and now we'll put the jar ring over the top. And sometimes it can be a little tricky. You don't want it to cross thread. There we go. Get it pushed down there tightly, and then it'll screw on properly. And I've already pre-measured my ribbon. This is a 3/8 inch ribbon that I just had in my craft stash to go around the edge. And that will make a sweet little Easter decoration there on the top of that. What an adorable Easter gift to give. Before I wrap up, friends, and tell you how to go from here to here, I would just like to invite you to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on your notifications so you'll be notified each time I release a video. So once you've added the ribbon, that makes a really sweet embellishment. It is a lovely gift to give to family, friends, teachers, kids, grandkids. It's just as sweet as can be. All right, there's one more thing you need to know, and it is in the show notes, as well as over on the website. To go from here to the finished cookies, you do need to add a few ingredients. So what you're going to do is include a note along with this, because these are your dry ingredients. So now we have to get the wet ingredients. And the note you need to say is that who you're giving this to, they need to start out with a stick or a 1/2 cup of softened butter. They need 1 extra large egg, as well as a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix those wet ingredients up well in the mixer, and then add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. Either mix it on slow or mix it by hand. Once everything is mixed up well, roll it into 1-inch balls. You're going to place those about 2 inches apart on your cookie sheet and bake that for 11 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees. And the final thing is I flattened the balls. I just took a glass and you'll see a picture on the website. I took a glass and I pressed on the balls to flatten them a little bit because they don't spread a lot. So place these about 2 inches apart and 11 to 12 minutes and you're done. They are delicious, friends. Yum. Thanks for watching. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.